Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome to my Monday Night Raw review tonight. A lot of big things happening on the show, so let's kick it off with Triple H, The Shield, and Randy Orton starting off the show. Triple H calling Orton the face of the company, and then Randy Orton on the mic talking about that Daniel Bryan's going to lose the Night Champions. Asking the crowd a question, do they really want to see Daniel Bryan even be a Night Champions? Or should he give up his contract if people were saying don't do it? And then Triple H brought up Doink the Clown of why he never became WWE Champion. Because it would be bad for business, he says. And as Daniel Bryan came out talking about Doink in the same sentence as his name, he pretty much talked on how, he pretty much talked about that the only clowns you see in the ring is those two. Now Triple H is another corporate guy that cut his hair and wears a suit now. With Randy Orton right there. And talking about he was going to come win the WWE title. He's not going back to wrestling armory gyms and flea markets just for some money half the time. And he was coming for the WWE title and trying to call the Shield like minions and stuff. And Daniel Bryan and pretty much Triple H cut off and say, just an angry little man, and he's gonna go against a 7'5", 500-pound giant, and pretty much cries all the time. Tonight, you're gonna go against. That's who you're gonna fight tonight, he says. So you're gonna go one on one with the Big Show, he says, pretty much. So Triple H had booked that match for tonight, and pretty much as they walked in the back, it went past Cody Rhodes, and Cody Rhodes kind of thought in his opinion it should be a one-on-one match. And Triple H talked about your match kind of clock because your wedding is coming up. But he's got a wedding present for Cody Rhodes. You're going to get to go one-on-one with Randy Orton tonight. But if you lose, let's just say your career is probably going to be in jeopardy then. Miz was against Fandango. Miz beat Fandango with a figure 4 leg lock. Kind of made him bleed though, kicking him in the face. Booker T had talked to Daniel Bryan talking about you need to be watching out for the McMahons. Talking about they can end your career like you need to just let it go, keep your career, make your money instead of going back into wrestling in old high school gyms and stuff. Pretty much you gotta watch out. You know the McMahons have done to everybody, so you gotta watch out for that. There was a lot of blood with Fandango, I heard, getting kicked in the face. Dolph Ziggler was out there, was getting ready to fight somebody until Dean Ambrose attacked him and threw him into the turnbuckle. As he threw him into the turnbuckle, pretty much, he threw him into the turnbuckle, and then Ryback came out, so I guess Ryback was his real opponent. As Ryback was ready to face, I guess Dolph Ziggler, Ryback pretty much destroyed Dolph Ziggler right there, which was, yeah, so Bully Ray kind of took him out. Oh, I'm sorry, the new Bully Ray, yeah, it's me. Took Dolph Ziggler out from there. So he pretty much got destroyed. Stephanie McMahon came out there and talked about telling the Big Show that you need to do this. Like, you have to fight. It's the same 12-year-old girl you used to talk to, he says. You know, helped her out in the beginning. And talking about you're broke, Big Show. You spent too much money. You've done a lot. You gave it to your family and friends so much that you don't really have any money left. And that what are you gonna do? Like, can a 7'5", 500-pound person be the world's largest gas station attendant? You can't be a leading man in Hollywood. And that she said that giants don't really live that long, so you have this ironclad contract, so you need to do what's right for business. Primetime players won against 3MB. Primetime players won the match. It was, yeah. Paul Heyman talked to Brad Maddox of how CM Punk would destroy him and why they're doing this match, and then he talked to Triple H. Triple H said this has nothing to do with any type of personal history, but like you could probably win. You could do something this Sunday. You weaseled you out through a lot of things in your career, but let's just say CM Punk give you the ass whipping you most richly deserve. Triple H had said, so maybe it'll surprise them. The Wyatt family had a promo talking about Kane. I guess he made a bet with the fire and stuff, saying the fire was his friend and wasn't. Talking about how Icarus, they warned him if he flew close to the sun that his wings would go off because of the wax in them. So they pretty much, I don't know where Kane is. I don't know when they're going to bring Kane back. But he just talked about, where the monster is gone. Cody Rhodes went against Randy Orton. Cody Rhodes' career was on the line, which was a really good match with Orton and Rhodes. Rhodes hit a crossroads, but Orton pretty much dodged out after Rhodes dodged the RKO. But then when Cody Rhodes tried to do a disaster kick, Orton dodged it, kicked him in the leg, and RKO'd him. And then pretty much Triple H came and said that was a hell of a match. But it pains to say this, but Cody Rhodes, my deepest regrets, you are fired. So they pretty much fired Cody Rhodes from there at this point. So, they fired another guy around here. So I guess Ted DiBiase and Rhodes are gone. CM Punk came out with a kendo stick talking about promises that nobody could really make at the time. But he said he was going to come after Paul Heyman. He wanted to fight tonight, but he knew Rhodes and Heyman wouldn't come out. I'm sorry, Heyman and Axel wouldn't come out. So he said he promised to his friends and family in Chicago, Illinois, to the people in the crowd side, anybody wearing a t-shirt or a sign, that Paul Heyman's getting the most biblical ass whipping he's ever had, because he told people you better order the pay-per-view Night of Champions, because you're going to see a side you've never seen of CM Punk, and he's coming for Paul Heyman to kick his ass. It was a very great promo by CM Punk. Naomi went against Natalya, and Brie Bella in a #1 contest match for Divas title. AJ was out there talking about none of these women deserve it, and talking about they want to go being actresses first so they become a wrestler. And pretty much AJ got in the ring and started. Honestly, she held the ground trying to whip all three of their asses in the ring, but they kind of beat up AJ and left her in the ring then. And Stephanie McMahon told him that it's going to be a fatal four-way for the Divas title with Naomi, Natalya, Brie Bella, and AJ. I gotta say, AJ was holding the ground at first trying to kick their ass, but looks like she didn't hold it. RVD went against Damien Sandow. Del Rio went out to watch. RVD, the #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship, will go against Alberto Del Rio, United Champions. Rob Van Dam went in the match, taking out Sandow. Pretty much won from there. Cody Rhodes being kicked out the door. Talking about they've been against the Rhodes for years now, the McMahons, of how Dusty Rhodes had to dress in a polka dot suit and dance, and his brother Goldust has to wear gold and never been the same since. Talking about he has a wife to provide for now, and pretty much Rhodes just left out then. Daniel Bryan went against the Big Show then. As the match went on, Big Show didn't want to fight Daniel Bryan. He told him that he didn't want to do it, but he pretty much had to fight Daniel Bryan then. He was trying to get out the ring and leave till Triple H and the Shield came out and pretty much beat the hell out of Daniel Bryan. And Triple H told Show, get in the ring. And told him to stand down, let the Shield do what they want to do. And he told the Big Show to knock out Daniel Bryan, but he didn't want to do it. He tried to leave. But Stephanie then came out, so I'm like, you need to do this for your family, do it for them. And his Big Show kept crying like a goddamn idiot. Pretty much he really didn't want to knock out Daniel Bryan. He tried to knock out Triple H, but he knocked out Daniel Bryan, and they pretty much had to walk Big Show away from it. And then Randy Orton came out and stepped on. So for the 4th goddamn straight time, Daniel Bryan has gotten his ass kicked by Orton, the Shield, and Triple H. But now Big Show crying like a bitch this time. Like, Jesus Christ, man, do you want to keep your job? You got an ironclad contract. Just knock Daniel Bryan over and end it. Like, Jesus, I didn't know how long that segment was going to go on for. Is anybody going to help Daniel Bryan? This was 4 times now. I haven't seen nobody really help Daniel Bryan at this point. Jesus. I didn't know how long he's going to keep crying out there. It was getting annoying, and oh, gee, man, and Orton stepping on. It's like it's the same thing for every week now. It's 4 times. The Shield, Triple H, and Randy Orton beat the hell out of Daniel Bryan. Are you going to kill the guy at this point? I feel like Triple H just buried Daniel Bryan now at this point. I don't know, but we'll see. But I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. Once again, you know it's me, the HOOD, coming with the news, reviews, comments, and try. And make sure you watch Raw next week, because it's going to be a return of the Rated R Superstar Edge, people. So I'm out of here. I will see you guys later. Comment, subscribe, tell me what you thought about the show. I'm out. Peace.